Dear students, please welcome to my lecture. Today, I'll be discussing about disciplinary approach in geography. The outline of my lecture is what is multidisciplinary approach, need for multidisciplinary approach in geography. The learning outcomes are, or it's a single learning outcome. At the end of this session, students will appreciate the significance of multidisciplinary approach in geographic studies. Let us understand what is the multidisciplinary approach. The multidisciplinary approach is also called as interdisciplinary approach. Multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary approaches are the most burning concepts in social sciences, physical sciences, and biological science. Multidisciplinary approach allows a subject to borrow concepts and techniques from other subjects in its studies. This approach is very important approach because this gives holistic idea about a problem or about a solution. Since the historic times, geography has used a multidisciplinary approach in its studies. It has been discussed in earlier lectures that geography has, or the content of geography comes from so many other sciences. It does not have its own identity, but by taking subject matter from social sciences, physical sciences, and biological sciences, geography develops its own technique, its own approach to study man-environment relationship. Now, to study man-environment relationship is possible only if we adopt multidisciplinary approach, and geography has been doing this for a very long time. Now, why use multidisciplinary approach? The real world situations are very complex and they require knowledge of several other disciplines. Say if we don't acquire knowledge from other disciplines, we may not understand the real world situation. So therefore, it's very important. Similarly, multidisciplinary approach encourages the learners to apply their existing and newly acquired knowledge in a more practical and hands-on experience, solve the real world situations. Let's take an example. The border dispute between Karnataka and Maharashtra is a very old issue. This issue is there right from India's independence. Even after 70 years, we are not able to solve this particular problem. Now, this problem has some political origin, it has some historical issues, it has cultural issues, and it has language angle also. If we want to understand this particular situation, if we understand from a point of view of one particular subject, we may not understand the real situation. So therefore, what we need to do is borrow concepts, borrow ideas, thoughts from other disciplines. Like to understand the same border dispute between Karnataka and Maharashtra, take the help of political science to understand the political issues. Take the help of history to understand historical issues. Take the help of sociology to understand cultural issues. And also take the advantage of anthropology to understand the language issue. So when we borrow these concepts, ideas, thoughts from other branches of knowledge, I think we will be in a better position to understand and find a better solution to border dispute between Karnataka and Maharashtra. Similarly, for any other problem, we can follow a same methodology. So this kind of methodology is called as multidisciplinary approach. Now let's look at the scope of geography. As I said earlier, geography borrows subject matter from so many disciplines. Now here you can see how geography borrows subject matter from other disciplines. Now these are biological sciences. So the orange color indicates biological sciences. This pink color indicates social sciences and this blue color indicates physical science. So meaning geography borrows techniques, approaches, content, subject matter from these sciences. So when we borrow from these sciences, geography gives birth to its own branch of specialization. Let's say, for example, from biological science such as botany, we borrow few concepts, few ideas, and the resultant is birth of a specialization in geography known as phytogeography, and sometimes we also call it as plant geography. Similarly, we borrow from zoology. It results into zoo ecology or animal geography. When we borrow from ecology, we have a branch called as human ecology. Similarly, environmental science in geography becomes environmental geography. Similarly, when we borrow concepts and approaches from physical sciences such as maths and astronomy, we have mathematical and astronomical geography. From geology, we have an independent branch of geography known as geomorphology. Meteorology gives birth to climatology in geography. Similarly, hydrology results into oceanography in geographic studies, and whereas pedology, which is the study of soils in geography, to have special approach to study geography, soils under geography as soil geography. Now, all these things highlight that geography has been using multidisciplinary approach for a very, very long time. I hope with these examples you have understood the concept of what is multidisciplinary approach in geography. Thank you very much.